All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I really appreciate all of you for a wonderful time. I want to thank God for your life. Thank you very much. This week has been like that, and even next week we're going to be having some little adjustment to what we have, and all that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you. That's been a wonderful time, really. It's really been a wonderful time to have some things together. So I'm going to be talking about two things this morning, and I'm going to be fast with it because I've given some things. I've given some things before now. I'm going to just go straight to that. This morning, even if you are doing, because I'll still go back to what it is. If you are doing iPhone, if you are shooting with iPhone, if you are shooting with any of these, you must understand the masterpiece. You must understand because I'm going to give you, if I can finish it today, no, if I cannot, no problem. I will do what I can do to make sure that is made available to us. Okay, so because I have discovered something that having written your Celtic script, you have written your Celtic script, you have to understand why you need to just sit down there. You read the script, you read it, you understand it very well. You find your screenplay, you let it be scripted, and then also you go for your things, which I'm going to talk about this morning. But before then, I'm talking about release. How you get your release, how you get the release to do whatever you want to do, how you get a contact on what you want to do and all that. Because one of the things is that you can pitch for your idea, you can go on to pitch for your ideas, you can go on to pitch for your idea. Thank you for the love. Thank you, pal. This is a special drama film school online. My name is Paul-Esupofo, and we're talking about release and all that, and contract, a lot of things, permission. Let me call it a Nigerian pattern. Taking a permission for whatever you want to use and all that, getting the right permission. Like I said, you have to do your pitching. You do your pitching. You can do a presentation of app, the photo and iPhoto, the magic bullet, as now the keynote. You can also find the imagery. You also do follow up. You keep everything on iFiles if you're using, iPhone then says iPhone, iCalendar, or Dropbox. If you also have that on your site, okay. You also have that on your side, and you pray for the shooting we have been talking about in the last few days. In the last few days, we're talking about production directory. You have your whatever people in the location scouting, and I talk about text scouting too. Then I also make mention of the scheduling. I mention of scheduling, that you have to do the scheduling. And this morning we're talking about contract, release forms and contract. One of the things, the highlight of it, you have your easy release. You have a form, they can make it to PDF so that it can be good. You have a cinema forms. You have digitalizing trees that go in the doc scanner and all that. Then finally, I don't think I'll be able to get to the final, which is a quick one for budgeting, which is a quick one for budgeting. Then I'll be able to talk about production on smartphone. Then having finished that, I'll be able to go to some of the things that you have to put your things on the setting. Then we have not gone to and they have not gone. In fact, I discovered that this smartphone series, I want to take it more before I go to other things and all that. Because why? I discovered that this is a dispensation. A lot of people want to know about it and all that. They would be able to talk about the best video camera apps for iPhone and iPad. The best for them is different from Android. Okay, so it's different from Android. I'm going to be able to tell you those ones, and you have to look at the most versatile tool you can use on set, what you need to mount on, and how you need to mount it, and then why it's necessary for you to get all those ones and all that. So those are the things, and thank God for what we are doing. Thank God when we're talking about Android. Thank God by the time we're talking about those things, you'll be able to get it right. Tolu Olariwaju, thank you very much for doing a good job. Thank you so much for doing a good job. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, let's go now to the release. Let's go to the release. When they say release in America, or when they say contact, getting some things and all that, it's actually taking a proper permission from the people you are to use their property. Taking proper permission from the people you have to use their property, making sure that you have adequate information and adequate communication. Because when you have information, it's not enough to have information. You must also have a very viable thing. I'm surprised today because Facebook said today is the selfie day. Selfie day. I was like, what is selfie day? Okay, when you take your picture yourself and all that. Well, they can create anything. I can also create anything I want to myself, which is very important, you know. And you know, when you say things like this, you get a release for, you get a contract. What I mean is that you can have a contract with somebody and say, I want to use this thing for so thing. I'm going to give a credit in my things, in my film, and all that. But I will not. I want you to learn very well. These are the things. In my few years of experience in filmmaking, I discovered that. I discovered that a lot of things need to be put in place. In case you have not shared this video, please go ahead and share the video. Please go ahead. I'm sorry because of my traveling and because of the location these days. Begin to how do I put it? I begin to do some things on time. So sorry about that. Victoria Olatunjolayemi, thank you very much. Please go ahead and share the video. Thank you very much. And you know, one of the things I discovered is that don't be ashamed. Don't feel bad when you're asking people for free stuff. When you're telling people, please, can I use your house for free? Can I use your car for free? Don't be afraid, because part of the things, because you remember, many of us are indie filmmakers. Many of us are indie filmmakers. What are indie filmmakers? Independent filmmakers. So many of us are like that. You just need to just ask people you know, friends, family, friends, colleagues, other ministerial friends and all that, pastors, people of your church and all that. You can also ask things for them. Don't be afraid. Just be free. Feel free to ask people for help because you need it and you don't have it and you cannot pay for it. And you know, in this part of the world, Nigeria, when people believe in your vision, people are ready to release their houses, they're ready to release their cars, they're ready to do their garden, they're ready to do the pets for you to use. Okay, so that's it. Another thing is that make sure you take care of people. If you're using smartphone, I was with the Rema Chapel. I shot with Rema Chapel 3-unit camera, smartphone camera, and it really took care of us and taking care of all the food and all that, you know. But you know, you just have to understand that you make sure that your cast and crew, they are well fed. The cast and crew are well fed. You feed them very well, no matter how small it is. And also, you can also get a permission from people if need be. So don't just take it for granted. If somebody say no, I just want to get this thing, get on the form. There are several forms you can download on the internet, and you can adapt them to whatever depending on the country of the world you are living. It depends on, maybe you live in America, you're living the UK, you're living Australia. So just depend on the law of the land. So if you understand the law of the land, but several times they serve the general purpose. Really, they serve the general purpose. They can cut across a lot of things, and that you have to mature in what your presentation. They kind of, because there's some language you use. If you use that language in Nigeria, it will make a noise. If you go to another country, it's a voice, you know. And if you make a noise in another country, it could be a noise in another country. So you need to understand that noise and voice must not be something that would distract people. Like in Nigeria, people don't like say I, you know, I, especially in my culture, Yoruba culture. You say I, you say that's a rude word. Me, I. Older than you say hi or hello. You know, you don't say that in an elder. You know, that's the cultural differences. So if you're using that in your thing, you have to be very careful. You have to get a crew releases. If the crew has to, maybe a company, you're dealing with a company, and you have to do some things, and then you have to look at some things, and you have to do some things, and it's not. You have to look at location releases. You know, you have to look at it. The music release, someone can give you a royal free music. Look, maybe you just use a picture. Many of us just go on Google and they don't use the picture. You don't use some pictures. If you have some bad, you have to pay for it. You know, there's also some people who use watermark into your picture so that even if you use it, they will know it's their own. So you have to look, depend on what you are shooting, and you know you have to understand the affiliate that are going on this thing. Now let's give an example that, okay, you want to do a movie, and as you want to do a movie, You just want to just say, okay, but Brother Paul, please come and shoot this movie for me. And Brother Paul goes there and says, oh, come and shoot. And if I'm about to shoot the movie and just get to the person say, you didn't take permission. And you know, Brother Paul will be embarrassed and say, but bro, how will you just say, I've not agreed that you are going to do this thing. If somebody is threatening something and say, I'm not collecting money, but anything you want to make on the film, I'm going to collect my part and all that. You know, you have to look at it. Then, oh, it's my roommate. Maybe it's my roommate. We're living together. And just bring somebody, say, let's come and shoot in my room. Without not telling your roommate, it could cause a problem. You know, even if you are the one even paying. You know, you just have to understand and value people for who they are and for what they can do. Okay, you have to value them. You have to respect them. You have to make sure that you get all those things. Then you have to get the release sign. No matter, it's no big deal for people to sign it. Once what is there is something and all that. Then you don't bring problematic people into your film. Please avoid inviting problematic people. Avoid people that will always give you problem. Avoid people that doesn't have a like-minded. They're not like-minded. Avoid people that will give excuses, and other people that will pressurize you for time. Oh, I'm going now, because smartphone filmmaking is even more difficult than that one. You know, smartphone filmmaking, if the battery is down, it could take you like 1 or 2 hours for the battery to be well charged. So you understand that, and even you know some of them are phantom, some of them are not removable. The battery of some are not removable. So even if you say you want to have about 3, 4, 5 good battery for your phone or for your iPhone, for your iPad, some of them may not be removable. So you have to understand that you have to charge very well. They are built-in batteries and all that. So you have to understand it. Then you know when people are doing iPhone, iPad, you must understand that you need to balance it. You need to balance it, okay? And if this is your first time, this is Special Drama Film School Online, the subsidiary of the Sort of Excellent Drama Film University, based in Nigeria, based in Ibadan, Nigeria. You know, you need to understand this thing, and you need to have access to the people who can give you some things. There are some things that if you don't know about it, you can buy it, and you can also Google for free. There is an easy release for iPad and iPhone. It's an application gap, just $10, and you know, you just have to. You know, when you're working equally on the iPad and phone, you can quickly do your things and package it and send it to people. Create anything for yourself for quick access and send it to where it's necessary and where you need to take it to. And print it on PDF, because it will be easier for you if you convert it to PDF. It will be very, very easier. And if you want to achieve more effective things on set, you want to have peace of mind, like I used to put it, you have to make sure that you put all the vital things. Tell them, I've done the video already, so you can watch the video on filmmaking, getting release and permissions and all that. You have to make sure you get appropriate things. If they are to sign, let them sign, because some signature will take you higher. I remember when we were small, somebody came to our house and he wanted to receive our, is it something gram now? I think radiogram. Yes, radiogram. Is it radiogram, or I've forgotten now? Radiogram. That's the big box, and they play these big ticks on it, and the person just shows our daddy's signature. That our daddy said should bring it, and we know, all the children know, that once you see your daddy's signature, all of us are accustomed, as small as we are accustomed to our father's signature. So immediately we see that, we release the thing for him. But I just sense, I remember that very well, I just sense that this person is fishing, something is fishing. I ran, but when I ran, I couldn't see this man again. I ran to follow him, to ask him question, but I couldn't see this man again. Wow. So lo and behold, our father came, he said he never sent anybody home. That's a double problem. So even when you are given a commission, even when you are given anything as something for the iPhone and all that, you know, you have to charge in the houses. You have to make a lot of things. You sign here to accept the agreement. You also sign. You also, both of you are signed. There are so many things that are model release. If it's a model or anything, you look at the sample and look at it and read it very well. And if you cannot read it very well, please, I beg you, if you have a lawyer in your ministry, if you have a lawyer in your company, if you have a lawyer in your organization, please let the lawyer read it very well. Give it to your lawyer, a company lawyer or whatever, to check it very well before you put yourself in bondage. Okay, so you have to get a lot of things, so that there are a lot of templates you can use. There are a lot of templates, but you know, if you want to buy and you want to have a control, you want to have a better thing, then There's some form tool in PDF. The form tool PDF. There's something like that. And it's like $5. You know, you can just convert it. But things are improving now. There are some of our things that you can just turn on PDF without not wasting money to pay for those things. Okay. So another thing I want to appreciate Rebecca Maria. Maria, thank you very much for wonderful support you're giving. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So there's another release, there is another form you need to get. That's a cinema form. Maybe some of your film are going to the cinema, and they have their own store. The cinema form has its own store where you can nearly about 400 million different production forms, and you cannot finish it. You have to look at it, and you have to work and see which one to suit your purpose. Okay, which one you think it will be of help to your purpose. So, and those are the things, because sometimes people just do some things and they say, it's okay now, because you have to look at it, the email, the time. Okay, what are the places you need to use? I won't go to detail, so just go and watch my video on that. So if you have a cinema form, it's also like $10. You can also get that one. So when you're buying this one for iPad app, it comes standard with the talent and location release form. So, but not all, but it comes like that. So, but the cinema forms provide a breakdown sheet, a short log, a location scout worksheet, and an asset inventory log, cast and crew contact list, a pre-production checklist, and a call sheet. So that's what it provides. That's why when you have it makes the work easier, and you can buy additional template if you want at a price. This time I don't know how much it is, but it's between $4 to $10 for now. Okay, so you have to look at those things and get the result of what you need to do. These are the things. These are a lot of apps you can do on your iPhone. These are pre-production. You now begin to wonder, why is this wahala so much? Why is this trouble so much? Why is this problem so much for just phone? And Brother Paul is telling me to go out through this. I didn't know, is this that big work? Yes, it is that big work. And now, let me be sincere with you. Digital is making things easier. So digitalizing things is getting better. So there's a lot of advantages of the digitalizing your production paperwork, and that because they make the work searchable, they make it easier. People can have access to it, and instead of just using your iPhone and your iPad to just make a call alone, you can actually turn it to a company yourself. You can do a lot of things with your iPhone. You can generate a lot of things. You can generate, and if you have to generate a paperwork, that it's digitalized. It's not wasted. Thank God some of the things I have. In fact, 15 years ago, I still have them. Sometimes when I went for sometimes, okay, let me put it this way. I've gone for some things in the time past that they designed something from another, copy the Corel file. They've done the design. I will collect the Corel file and I'll keep. And at that time, I have diskettes. I didn't have a flash drive. Flash drive was a king, just like a SD card now. So some people, So I had to look at the thing to use and all that. So you have to look at those things to make sure you get it right. Okay. Now, there are so many of them. You have a Doxy Go. You have a lot of them. We have a Docu Scanner. We have a lot of them that you can use for iPad and iPhone. But make sure whatever you are printing, if you are printing, fine. If you have to print, fine. And you see all this Apple's iPad camera connection kit. It allows your iPad to access SD memory card and USB devices. Very, very powerful. Like when we say OTG, like the OTG now. So if you're using that thing, you can also put your SD and you can also put USB together so that you can do whatever you need to do. Okay, so you can do whatever you need to do in getting the result. Okay, now let me quickly go. There is another called Evernote. Many of you are familiar with Evernote. I'm familiar with Evernote. I've used Evernote. There is one hi-fi. Evernote is very, very good too. Evernote is very, very good. I won't deceive you. The hi-fi is good. Evernote is good too. You can make some things, and then some of these things you can connect them plus 4G to Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi card turns your docs into Doctor wireless scanner, capable of transmitting file directly to your iPhone or iPad, making sure you are getting the best result and all that. And then you have a docu scanner, which I told you. iPhone and iPad, they can use all these things, and then you can also improve, or you can improve your resolution, and you can also update your optics, which is very, very important. All these things are not difficult. You want to scan something to anybody in another place, you have to understand it, and you have to understand it well. Okay, so these are the things that you need to do and all, and it can also help you when you're doing budgeting. Let me quickly talk about budgeting this morning. Okay, and because when you're doing a lot of things, it will be so much amazing to see something you can do for iPad, something you can do from your iPad and from your iPhone, and you'll be surprised that you have a film budgeting apps. You can download it, you can look for it. There is a film budgeting apps. There is a film budgeting apps which you can really get, and in fact you yourself you get it. In fact, if you are the one directing, you must leave the budget to someone else. All right, if you are the one directing or you are the one producing and all that, because people don't like talking about budgeting, especially where I'm coming from the background I'm coming from. Oh, we are doing by faith. Yes, I believe making film by faith. I strongly believe in making film by faith, but I will still do the planning. I will still make a lot of things in the right place. You need to look at the apps, app store, to look at one of the things that you can have. There may not be a very perfect one, because every one of them are done from their country, from the background of their country. But you can actually use Excel to do some things to really make sure you have your film budgeting thing. But there are so many of them. But you can actually talk about the free Excel. You can Google and say Google for free Excel film budget template. Search for that. Can you type it for me? Type it out for me as I'm saying it. A free Excel film budgeting template. Search on Google and do free Excel film budgeting template. You have a few things, and a lot of things will come up. And don't be afraid, because even if you don't have the money, just do. I'm producing high quality film. Okay, and I want to go for high quality film budgeting applications. They're available for me on Mac or Windows. We have a movie magic budgeting. You have all those ones. Just work on iOS device and see what you have there, and then your Apple's numbers. Then you look at a lot of things. The spreadsheet app for iPhone, for iPad, and the Mac. Okay, so the Apple family, you can use those ones for Apple family. You can also create a movie budgeting